Hi friends! Today is St. Patrick's Day, so we're going to be doing some more St. Patrick's Day things about leprechauns. And I have another story to read to you, and it's called That's What Leprechauns Do. And it's by Emily Bunting and illustrated by Emily Arnold McCoy. All right, let's read the story. That's what leprechauns do. The three leprechauns sat under the chestnut tree. Art looked up at the cloud-filled sky. "It's coming," he said, "and there's work to be done." Boo and Cole put on their red shoes and their caps and strapped their packs to their backs. "We're ready," Boo said, "but why is it always us that has to put the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Especially since not a single soul ever finds it," Cole added. Art looked from one of them to the other. "Don't be asking," he said. "It's the leprechaun's duty, so it is. And fellows, remember, it's coming, so there'll be no time for mischief along the way." They walked in line, the one in front of the other one behind. No mischief along the way," they chanted. No mischief along the way." But when they got to Ballybunion Farm, they saw Mrs. Ballybunion's cow, Pansy, standing in the field. Ari whipped out a little bottle of red paint he kept in his backpack for leprechaun business. He ran across to Pansy. "Stand still, my lovely," he told her, and he painted her hoofs scarlet red. Pansy looked down. "Pretty," she said. "Imagine Miss Ballybunion's face when she comes to milk you," Ari shouted. He and Boo and Cole rolled over and over in the grass, laughing. "She'll think I've been to a dance." Pansy did a couple of small hopping steps to demonstrate. The leprechauns clapped and whistled. "We'd be delighted to join you in a waltz or two," Ari exclaimed, "but we're in a desperate hurry." "I thought there was to be no mischief along the way," Boo reminded him. Sure, but I couldn't help myself. Mischief's what leprechauns do," Ari said. "Along with our other important duties." He glanced up at the tatters of clouds in the sky. "We'd better not delay, for we've delayed enough already." But as they were passing old Jamie Bradley's house, they saw Jamie's gray woolen long johns spread out to dry on the half-worn hedge. The leprechauns looked at each other and grinned. Quick as a cat pounce, they ran across the hedge and stood one on top of the other and the other on top of him. Ari reached up and tied the two long john legs together in a tight knot. They almost fell off each other. They laughed so hard. "It would be great all together to stay and watch old Jamie try putting on his legs into those," Boo said. "But it will be a month of Sundays before they'll dry, and we've no time to waste." They took a few minutes to somersault across Liam McGabe's garden. There was a yellow tennis ball in the middle of the road, and they rolled it along with them as they went. Miss Maud Murphy's hen, Birdie, clucked at them from behind her gate. "Birdie," Ari said, would you be doing us a favor? Could we trundle this ball up to your nest, and could you sit on it for us? It'll be the great joke on Miss Maud Murphy when she comes out to gather your eggs." Birdie put her head to one side. "It's not going to be easy sitting on that, but the three of you are so good to me, scaring that fox away from my hen house last night. I'll do it." Cole stretched up and patted her wing. "Thank you, Birdie." They squeezed themselves through the gate and tumbled the ball with them. Then they heaved it up and into Birdie's nest. She gave a trial sit on it. "I'll be sore underneath myself for a week," she grumbled, "but the thought of Miss Maud Murphy's face when she sees I've laid a yellow ball will be worth it." "Won't that beat it all?" Cole gasped. "The three of you can't help making mischief, can you?" Birdie asked. "That's what leprechauns do," Ari told her, "along with our more important duties." He stopped. "Is that a spitting of wet I feel?" "'Tis." Boo stared up at the sky, where the sun was flickering through heavy clouds. A thin, cool rain had started to fall. "Hurry, hurry," Ari ordered. "It's coming. We can't be late." They pulled their green slickers from their backpacks and settled their caps low to their ears. Anybody seeing them racing along the road would have taken them for 3 green leaves. That because leprechauns are actually really small. But they were leprechauns, and they had work to do. "Get them out, boys. Get them ready," Ari said. They took their little spades from their backpacks. Then they stopped for a minute to look up at the rainbow. Blue and green and yellow and pink. It was arched across half the sky. "There it is," Ari said with satisfaction. "Come on." They dashed across Paddywhacker's bog, found the place where they had kept the pot of gold buried for just such a rainbow occasion, and dug it up. Ari stood in the middle of the bog. Here, he said. The three of them placed the pot of glittering gold in just the right spot and watched the rainbow curve itself all the way down till it ended on the pot of gold. The leprechauns settled themselves to wait. They tooted some grass-stalk music, threw raindrops at each other, and ate the rose hips they brought for snacks. They waited long, but nobody came. Once again, nobody came. You'd think somebody would find it, Cole complained. Somebody will someday, Ari said. Maybe we should put it up a sign, Boo suggested. Pot of gold, this way. No, Ari said. That's not how it's done. There's a bit of magic to finding it, and a bit of luck, and a bit of imagination, too. That gold's waiting for just the right person. The rain had stopped. The sun went behind a cloud. The rainbow shortened itself, then disappeared. No use waiting any longer. Cole took off his cap and wrung the wet out of it. If we hurry, we could be in time to see Miss Maud Murphy discover Bertie's big yellow egg, he said. Boo laughed. Won't that be a great thing to see? All right, then, Ari said. We'll put a rush on this. They buried the pot again in its usual place. Ari patted and smoothed down the bog dirt. Don't worry, Pot, he whispered. We'll be back to get you on the next rainbow day. Now we're off again to see what new mischief we can find. For besides our important duties, that's what leprechauns do. Those leprechauns had to cause some mischief along the way to putting the pot at the rainbow. Did you know about leprechauns? They're tiny elves found only in Ireland. Most leprechauns are shoemakers to the fairies who pay them gold for their work. The leprechauns, or little people, store their gold in pots and often bury one at the end of the rainbow. Since leprechauns love more than anything to play tricks, this may just be another one. The gold at the end of the rainbow has not yet been discovered. But if you find a leprechaun and pick him up, he must tell you where the gold is hidden. That is leprechaun law. So look for leprechauns in Ireland near clear springs of water, or close to large rock formations, or at the end of the rainbow. Listen for the sound of tiny hammers tapping, or elfin pipes piping, as small voices sing a fairy song, and maybe, just maybe, you will find the leprechaun's pot of gold. Okay, friends, since we've been talking about leprechauns, I thought it'd be fun to make one. So we're gonna make this leprechaun out of a paper plate. So you're gonna need a paper plate and this black piece of paper for the headband and a sticker with a shamrock on it, a lucky clover, and this green paper that has the hat on it. And then you can use glue sticks, crayons, scissors, and maybe if you would like to, I have some oil pastels that you can use for the beard, or you can use your orange crayon. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut this hat out. Then I'm going to just add this headband right now while I have the hat cut out. This hat band. Black band. So I'll put some glue in there. Straight up. And then you can put the sticker anywhere on the band that you want. You can put it right in the middle or over to the side. Okay, now I have that done. I think I will glue this onto the paper plate because it'll be easier to know where to put the eyes and stuff if I have the hat on. So turn your paper plate. The easiest way to do this is to make your paper plate so the bump is coming up and not going down. Like if it's like this, where the bump is down on the bottom, or turn it over so that the bump is going over the top like this. Then I'm going to put some glue on just the top half of my paper plate. like right here. You don't really have to put it down on these edges because you won't be sticking the hat in there, just right here. Okay, just make sure that if you flip this over and push down on it, it sticks on a lot better. I'm going to flip it back and draw the face and the rest of my leprechaun. Okay, friends, there's my lucky leprechaun. You could name it if you wanted to, but I think he looks pretty cute. I think I'll name my leprechaun Liam the Leprechaun. I hope he brings you guys good luck, and hopefully you can catch a leprechaun. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day.